How you doing, everyone? Welcome back to another video. These are getting pretty regular now, aren't they? Big thumbs up for that one. I'm having stew this evening for my evening meal. Charlie's not here, so I get to eat it on the sofa. So she did bring back some cupcakes from work, and also a slice of her carrot cake that she made last night that I didn't get a chance to eat yesterday. So I'm gonna have that for dessert tonight. I'm starting to pick up a new hobby. I'm learning to play the guitar at a very, very basic level. We actually found this guitar in Charlie's mum and dad's garage when we were clearing it out, and it was in its case and everything. Just hadn't been played for ages, and I was like, well, I can find a home for that. So it's about this time of year where everybody starts to think about what they are planning on doing for the following year, following season. I've been working through my own goals. I've been helping the riders that I coach and mentor to work through their goals as well. So the ones that I do one-to-one coaching with and mentoring with, we've already started to make plans and periodize training very loosely for whatever they have coming up next year. Most of them plan to peak kind of middle of the summer or the start of the summer, which is tends to be like June time. It just so happens like most of the events in the UK tend to get really kind of heavily centered around that time period. The ones that are doing hill climbs, well, they obviously don't have to wait until the end of the season, so they can sometimes focus on two things, time trials and hill climbs maybe. So they focus on time trials in the beginning of the year and then hill climbs at the end of the year. Some are doing Grand Fondos. Some are doing gravel events, because I've got a couple of people based out in the US. Very excited for your gravel adventures. I'm also incredibly jealous as well. So I've been making a couple of notes. I've got a list here, but I've also got a list on my laptop of the things I want to do next year, and pitching to potential sponsors as well to see if anyone's interested in being a part of that. So it's all part of like my day-to-day routine at the minute, is trying to manage all of this and handle all of this, and where my riding and training is going now. If you saw the last video, which kind of leaves my qualification for the Zwift or e-cycling world championships on a bit of a cliffhanger, then you'll probably know that I might still be in with a chance of riding for GB at the end of February. But it does give me an opportunity now in December to just get back to basics and just do some endurance riding, some group riding, some fun, maybe the odd Zwift race. But yeah, really just getting back to those basics. That doesn't mean you have to, by the way. So just don't feel like because I'm doing that, you have to do that. just gotta point that out. Morning. Well, before I forget, I want to give a shout out to all the people who have made use of Black Friday sale with Band of Climbers and actually Cold Town Coffee. There'll always be links in my description if you ever fancy picking up some things. The people that I'm supported by are also offering new things such as discount codes and, for myself, an affiliate link. But yeah. You completely cleaned like Band of Climbers out almost. The amount of messages I was getting about sizes and just like, oh, what's the jacket you were wearing? Is that cool, your jacket? That's a Welsh saying, by the way. So yeah, I just wanted to pass on my thanks really for supporting. Alrighty, so 3-hour ride in the books. First one of the new campaign. Pretty steady to say the least. 122 average, 135 beats per minute max. It's not necessarily how you have to do an endurance ride, but I did want to try and pedal for as much as I possibly could on this ride. Almost like I was riding a fixed gear bike, just literally trying to keep some pressure on those pedals and allow me to keep myself honest. Aside from when I was going down some pretty fast or sketchy descents down some lanes, which, as you can see, it was fairly wet and greasy out there today. But I jumped on the cycle path to come back to the flat, which is always a nice way to end my ride. Coming back on the cycle path, as mucky as it is this time of year, it does allow me to switch off because I don't have to battle with traffic or look out for cars and stuff like that. So, but all in all, a very enjoyable endurance ride, and that'll kick off a phase that I'll be going through for the foreseeable. So yeah, I am pretty happy with that ride. So I'm back from my ride. I'm back watching a cyclocross race again. This one is from the other day in France. It's a World Cup round. Now, I got a message not so long after I got back from my bike ride from Alejandro, who lives out in Chile, is a part of the backpedal community, especially on Zwift, the racing community, and organising stuff over on that side of the world. And he told me that Seb, who has also represented backpedal in the Zwift racing leagues, is racing this. Seb is the only Chilean representative these World Cup races, and he is on a massive learning curve, but you have to take your hat off to the guy for like traveling halfway across the world to take part in these events that, like, look at the mud. And he has no pit crew, like no helpers, nothing. He's literally doing this like self-supported. And if you want to support him, funny enough, he could do with a cheer. He is in the UK in December. I think it's the 11th and 12th. He's racing the national trophy round the cyclocross series down in Kent. So if you're in the area, go along and give Seb a shout from us.
People don't need to see that.
I love what you're wearing.
I just got out of the shower.
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog. You've just got off the turbo, haven't you? So, Charlie's back on the bike. Clickbait. When was the last time you did an effort like you did just now?
Before the end of August, before my back injury.
Yeah, so it was a 3-minute effort she just done on the turbo. It was planned because she's doing some critical power testing, which is a different form of like FTP testing, which is very new to her. So she's done 3 minutes, basically full gas tonight. She set a new 1 minute personal best power in doing so in the first minute, and then hung on and managed to do something like 3.8 watts per kilo for 3 minutes. He also came 5th on the Watopia Forward KOM. So we used that as like a extra bit of motivation, just to like, you know, we start the effort at the bottom and see if we can get there at the top in 3 minutes, which we did in 2 minutes 58, I think, 0.7. But we've got a 5-minute test to do then at some point, and then a 12-minute. And then this will give us some direction as to where we're going. We're hoping to go somewhere in the end of January, maybe, cycling. So yeah, this is kicking off everything now. But it's nice to see you back on the bike and doing efforts. And you had new shorts, didn't you?
Yeah.
Got you some new cycling shorts. Oh, that 3-minute effort, that was an 18 watt personal best over 3 minutes. And the only time you ride with power is indoors as well, isn't it? So
yeah, although I should really
have to buy you
the effort to get my head around power.
I have to buy you a power meter for outdoors. I'm
just not very good at sitting there and watching numbers on my Garmin.
That's true.
Wahoo, I get too into what I'm doing and then you forget to look.
When you're outdoors? Yeah, but it would be nice to like, say if you were to like go and do Trimsaran Hill. Sorry, we'll cut off then. My card is full. Need to go through it and get rid of some stuff on that. Anyway, that's enough rambling for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.